So that's why I think I'll be able to finish a little cardigan in 6 days. Actually, oh my god, I just realized 5 days. I have 5 days because the 6th day is when I'm going to Knit City. I am also going to be freestyling this project, which is a little silly because I only have 5 days. I decided that I would have enough time to make a top to go along with this cardigan. There's just no way. I have to start over. It looks so weird. So in 6 days, I am going to be going to Knit City, which is going to be happening in Toronto. It's pretty much going to be like an event where a bunch of yarn vendors are going to be attending and selling their yarn. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a pretty big event, and with that obviously there's gonna be like a lot of other makers there, and they're probably all gonna be taking this opportunity to wear like, you know, wear things that they made and their favorite items that they've made. So I also wanted to take this opportunity to wear something really cool, and I do have things that I have already made and finished that I could wear, but I want to make something new to wear to this event, which is probably not realistic because I only have 6 days, but I want to do it. I want to wear something new, and I want to make something that stands out and is like very unique. And I do have some items that are like pretty unique, but like nothing that I think is like, you know, crazy unique, except for a few sweaters that I have, but I don't want to wear a sweater because I know I'm going to be too hot. Okay, so here's what I'm going to make. I'm going to make a cardigan. I actually was working on a cardigan that I was originally planning on finishing in order to wear to Knit City, but just today I have realized that said cardigan is not realistic. And let me show you this cardigan. It is not yet a cardigan. It is currently still being worked up, but it's this granny square cardigan with all of these little colorful mohair granny squares. This is what the granny squares look like. I pretty much finished crocheting all of the granny squares, but every single granny square has about 10 ends that I need to tie knots with and weave in, and I have about 60 squares. So that means I have to weave in 600 ends. And not even just weave them in, I also have to tie extra knots to make sure it's extra secure and then weave them in 600 times. And I just tried weaving in the ends for the first time for like one whole square, and it took me way too long. It took me like 20 to 30 minutes. So that's what made me realize that this is not a realistic project for Knit City because there's no way I'm gonna finish this in time, simply just because of weaving in the ends. So I'm gonna be making a different cardigan from scratch. I'm gonna start it today, and I have 6 days left, but I think this one's gonna be more realistic. So let me show you what I have in mind. So I have this beautiful red mohair yarn that I bought specifically for the cardigan that I want to make. So this is the mohair, and this is a thicker mohair. Usually when I work with mohair, I always work with like a lace weight mohair yarn, which ends up taking, you know, a little longer because it's lace weight, so it's very thin. But this right here is super thick. Let me show you. Well, it's not like super thick, but it's so fuzzy that it ends up working up a lot thicker than it actually looks. So when I worked, oh, let me show you. So I have made something with this yarn before, and it was this little bolero shrug right here, and it turned out really nice. So this is crochet, and I crocheted this bolero with a 10mm size hook, so a very big hook, so it worked up very fast. So that's why I think I'll be able to finish a little cardigan with this yarn in time for Knit City in 6 days. Because actually, oh my god, I just realized 5 days. I have 5 days because the 6th day is when I'm going to Knit City. So 5 days to make this cardigan, but I think it's realistic because this one worked up so quickly, and it's not going to be like that much more than what I did for this. We're gonna do it, but first I have to wind these into balls because they're just in there like skein right now. But how pretty is this yarn? That's why I want to make something with it, because I feel like the color alone and the fact that it's like this like bright red mohair yarn, I feel like anything I make with this yarn will stand out and be like super unique. So I don't have a yarn swift or like a winder or anything like that. So this is how I have to wind my yarn. I have to put it over my knees and just do it like this. I don't mind it though, I'm used to it. I've never used a yarn swift before. Oh my gosh, oop. Just gotta untie this little knot here. As I was saying, I have never used a yarn swift or like a winder before, so I think since I've never used one, I don't really know what I'm missing out on. And so this doesn't feel like terrible winding it this way because it's all I've ever known. So I feel like if I ever use a yarn swift, I'm going to hate doing this because I'll know like how much easier it could be. I probably should buy a yarn winder. I keep saying that, but I keep not buying one. But I will eventually, maybe. If any of you guys have any yarn swifts that you really like, and I'm looking for something very durable. If I'm gonna buy one, I wanna buy something that's gonna last. Please let me know in the comments where you bought it and yeah, what you would recommend because I don't, whoop, oh my God. I know there's a bunch of places I could buy a yarn swift from, but yeah, I would love to hear your suggestions. I got my little ball of red yarn. Look how pretty, so pretty. So just for reference, I forgot to mention earlier, this yarn is from Koigu Yarns, and so this is the label right here. This yarn, the mohair is called Aura. So the fiber content of this yarn is 96% mohair and 4% nylon. So it's got a little bit of that little stretch. Like that. And one skein is 200 yards of yarn. And I have 3 skeins here. And so, I'm hoping this will be enough for this project. Now I'm going to get started. Here is my big ol' hook. This is a 10mm size hook. It's a metal hook, so it glides so smoothly through this yarn. This is what I used when making this project here with the Aura mohair yarn, and it was so nice to work with. So that also helped me work it up a little bit quicker because I was just like zooming right through it. It was just so fun. I am also going to be freestyling this project, which is a little silly because I only have 5 days, so I can't really afford to mess up, but I'm gonna be using like similar measurements as this right here. It's just gonna be longer and a cardigan. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing this raglan style. So I'm going to start with the color and yeah. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 30. Oh, no, 36. I'm starting with a chain of 36. So I actually ended up doing 27 chains, and I've just crocheted into the chain just now. So this is my first row right here. And after the first row, that's when I start adding my stitch markers to indicate where I need to do increases for my raglan. So the raglan is split up into 4 different sections, and does that look right? So raglan has 4 different sections, 1 for the back, 2 for the arms, and then 1 for the front. But since I'm making a cardigan, I'm splitting the front into 2 separate sections. So yeah, this is my first time actually making a cardigan using like the raglan method. I've made a few raglan sweaters, but yeah, never a cardigan, so this will be interesting. Yeah, so I've placed my stitch markers. So for my back section here, I have 11 stitches, and for each arm, I have 7 stitches. And then in the front, I just have 1 stitch. I'm not really making like a full-on, like a big cardigan. I want to make like a small little shrug cardigan, like something that I put over top of like a little dress or a little top. So I don't want it to come all the way across. I just want it to be like cover my shoulders and then go like that. So that's why I've only done 1 stitch on the side here so it doesn't come in too far. If I were to do more stitches, I could make it so it comes in all the way, and then you can add buttons to make it like a full-on like little button down cardigan, but I want it as a little shrug that kind of goes like that. So it's still the same day as when I was recording earlier. It's just like a few hours later, and this is where I'm at with the cardigan. I'm like, I think actually like done making the body of the cardigan, and now I'm going to start making the sleeves. So yeah, because it's gonna be like a cropped little cardigan, and yeah, this definitely works up super fast, like so fast. Like I literally did this in a few hours, like just today. So I definitely feel pretty good about finishing it in time for the show. I guess the only thing that can go wrong is if I don't like how it looks on me. But totally separate from that, I decided that I would have enough time to make a top to go along with this cardigan. I don't think that's like a ridiculous idea. I think that I can do it because I'm just gonna do like a little top, like a little like bandeau top with straps, like something that just covers here, and then I was gonna wear like the cardigan over top, and then like some really high-waisted pants. Anyways, this is a yarn that I'm thinking of using to make this top. It's so pretty, and I think it would look really nice with this red. Like, just imagine this completed like cropped cardigan with a cute little like bra top, like bandeau top underneath in this color. I think it like pairs well with this. And then I have these like army green high-waisted pants that I would wear with this as well. Yeah, I think it would look good. I don't know, but I really want to start this little top because I did a lot on this cardigan today. So I have to get started on the sleeves, and I don't think the sleeves are gonna take me that long to do. So I am going to wind this skein of yarn into a ball of yarn so that I can get started on this top, and then I can work on both this little top and the cardigan at the same time. So that's my plan, and I just wanted to let you guys know what I'm doing. So let me wind this yarn. I love this yarn so much. The colors are just so pretty. So pretty, look at that. Wind and wind and wind. Myself another ball of yarn. And this yarn is also from Koigu. I bought a lot of yarn from Koigu recently, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I think it is like the prettiest hand-dyed yarn I've ever used. So I have finished winding the yarn into this pretty little ball. Wow, she's so pretty. Now just imagine this yarn, but as a top. I just want to quickly try this on to show you guys what it's looking like so far before I add the sleeves. So if I just... So that's what it looks like. Ooh. I think that if I'm gonna do it so open like this, it needs to be a little shorter. Maybe not. Does that look okay? Not really, right? That doesn't look okay. I should have brought it in more. I'm gonna think on it, but right now I'm gonna start this top. So I just tried this on in front of a mirror, and there's just no way. There's no way. I have to start over. I have to. It looks so weird. I think I have to, like, I wanted to do like something that was like not coming in, but I think it kind of looks stupid like that. I don't know. I am going to start over. But luckily it didn't take me long to do, so... Dang, all that work. And no shoes. I'm probably gonna have to continue working on this cardigan now, which is fine. I just was really looking forward to working with this yarn because now that I've wound it into a ball, it looks so pretty, and I was really looking forward to crocheting with it, but it's gonna have to wait, and I'm going to focus on finishing this cardigan because the whole reason I'm making the multicolored little top is to wear with this cardigan. Honestly, if I don't finish this and it just doesn't work out for Knit City, like, it's fine. I do have other things I can wear. I would obviously prefer to wear something that I just finished making. Like, I don't know, that's just sounds more exciting to me. But if I don't finish it in time, or if I do finish it and it looks kind of stupid, then I'll obviously wear something else that I made. We're not gonna entertain that thought quite yet because I'm not totally discouraged. I'm just a little bit discouraged. So I've been pretty busy all of yesterday. I don't know if I filmed yesterday, but I think where I left off was I was frogging the red cardigan. After like I worked it up, didn't look good, had to frog it, and then I had to start over. But I decided to do something, like still make a red cardigan, but I decided to do it differently than how I did it the first time around, because the first time around I was doing a top-down raglan cardigan, and it kind of looked it looked weird. It looked really weird when I put it on. So I decided to make the cardigan with panels. So I'm doing like a typical, like, it's pretty straightforward, just like a back panel, 2 little front panels, and then like 2 rectangles for the sleeves. So yeah, I have never made any sort of garment using panels before, so this is my very first time doing something like this. So I really hope it works out, but I feel like it's pretty straightforward because I pretty much just have to make a bunch of squares and rectangles. So like I said, I have been pretty busy and this is where I'm at now. So just for reference, today is Tuesday. Pretty much I did what I'm about to show you all of yesterday. So it worked out very quickly. So I have the back panel completed and the front panels. And I just used some stitch markers to join the panels together here so that I can try it on. And yeah, I just want to make sure that everything's gonna look good. But I think it's looking really nice. Oh, I'm so happy that I did it this way instead of like the top down raglan, because I feel like it just falls better when you make a cardigan with panels. Unless you really know how to do a top-down cardigan really well. Like, I don't know. I was winging everything and it just wasn't looking good. So, yeah, I feel like panels just look nice. And look how nice it looks. Wow. I mean, nothing's, like, joined. And I still have to do the sleeves and everything. But I think it's looking pretty good so far. So I wanted to do this just to kind of figure out, because now I have to do the sleeves. And the reason I've never done any sort of garment, like a sweater or a cardigan, with panels before is because I don't really know how to go about figuring out the length of my sleeves. So with a top-down cardigan or sweater, I pretty much just start, like I kind of work in the round this way and I can try it on as I go to see if I like the length of my sleeves. But with this cardigan and like the way that I have like crocheted my rows and everything, I need the rows to go like this, not like this. So I need to figure out the length right away, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Yeah, so I'm trying this on and then I'm going to make a long double crochet foundation chain the length of my arm and measure it from here down, like from where this panel ends. Yeah, and I'm just gonna hope for the best. So just for a little update, I did figure out the length of that I wanted to make the sleeve of my cardigan. It definitely took some trial and error. I was really second guessing the length of the sleeve, but this is how long I have it right now. So when I had like that whole makeshift vest thing on, I measured like from the edge of the body of the cardigan and like down to my wrist, and like it was about this length. But right now, like if it were actually this length, the sleeves would be a little short, but it's because I'm expecting this whole cardigan to grow in size once I block it. So it looks like this right now, but hopefully it'll look like this. And if it doesn't grow in size when I block it, that is going to be super disappointing. Because yeah, I'm fully relying on this project to stretch a little bit. So if it doesn't, that is going to suck. And once I finish this sleeve, all I will have left to crochet is the second sleeve, and then I'll be done like the whole crochet portion. And then I can get started on sewing everything together and then blocking it, and then it'll be done.
Oh, hi. This is kind of a weird angle.
Okay, so I finished sewing all of my panels and most of like this little top as well. And I'm filming from this angle right now because I want to be able to show you guys the whole sewing process. And I don't know, I can't think of a better way to show you. So also don't mind my weird outfit, it's just my comfy fit. Here is the back panel and the two front panels that I kind of assembled together, sort of. And here are the sleeves. This is one sleeve and this is the other sleeve. So the two front panels, the back panel, and these are the sleeves. So I'm going to sew the sleeves on like this. So I'm going to start by sewing this section right here, so the top of the front panels and back panels together, and then I'm going to sew the top of the sleeve onto the front and back panels, and then I'm going to like pick it up and then sew the sides of the cardigan and the bottom of the sleeves. Hopefully that makes sense. This is why I wanted to film from this angle, because I feel like it's the only way that you can see everything. So I'm just gonna put these aside because I'm not at that point yet. I'm gonna start by sewing these sections together. And I am going to use a red cotton yarn because it would be kind of ridiculous of me to sew with the red mohair yarn. So I chose a yarn that is pretty similar in color, so it won't be too noticeable. Hopefully it's not noticeable, but there's just no way I'm going to sew with that mohair yarn. That would be super annoying to have to do. Okay, so I'm gonna take my darning needle, weave it through the needle. Okay, so actually the red cotton yarn, I don't know if you can see, but like it was looking kind of silly, definitely a little noticeable. So I'm taking it out right now, and I'm just going to use the mohair. Hopefully it's not like too difficult to work with. I feel like it'll be fine. This yarn, even though it was like very similar in color, it was still a little too noticeable for my liking. So I feel like the only way to make it like look more seamless is to use the same yarn I used for like the rest of the project. So we are going to use the red mohair for sewing, and I actually have plenty of yarn left. I have like this whole ball of mohair left over, so I have plenty of yarn to work with still. Okay, so I've already sewn like this much, and it's already looking so much better. It blends so well, obviously because it's like the same yarn and it's mohair, so like all the fuzzies make it like impossible to see where I am like weaving in these little stitches or whatever. And it's actually super easy to work with, so I don't know what I was stressing out about because it's working fine. So I have finished sewing one little seam together, and now I'm going to sew the other side of the front panel and back panel right here. I'm going to do that off camera, and then I will come back once I'm ready to start sewing on the top of the sleeves. And now I'm going to sew on the first sleeve. This is like the side of the cardigan right here, and this is the very top of the sleeve. And I wanted it to be as even as possible, so I found the very like center point of the sleeve this way, and I made sure it was connected to the top of the sweater, like where I sewed the top of the front and back panel together. So I put a little stitch marker to keep these points connected, and then I counted the same amount of stitches from the center of the sleeve and downwards on both sides, so it's perfectly even. Yeah, so this is my first time doing something like this, but I did see someone sewing their panels this way, and I really hope it works out. Okay, so now I'm going to sew this sleeve on. So I finished sewing my cardigan together. This is what it looks like, but I don't know if I like it. I feel like the measurements are a little off. I think that's where I went wrong. Let me just try this on so I can show you. I mean, like, it's fine. I don't know. I don't know if I like it. which is so disappointing. I still have to block it, so it's probably gonna like change a little bit after I block it. I think I'm gonna add another row on each side here to bring it in a little bit, but like the back looks weird. Like it just looks, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna wear this to Knit City anymore. And now I don't know what to wear to Knit City because I wanted to wear something new and different. I did try on this little bandeau top, because right now it's just a bandeau top, but I do want to add some straps to it. And this looks cute, but I didn't want to wear this just on its own because it's very short. Like it's literally just bandeau top. So I don't want to wear just this. I wanted to wear this like underneath the cardigan, but now I don't even know if I want to wear the cardigan, so I don't know which I should wear. I mean, I could always just wear this top right here that I finished making yesterday, and I wore it out yesterday and I loved it, so this is always an option. Yes, 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 yes. I hope that I change my mind about this cardigan after I block it. I hope that it relaxes and it looks better, but we'll see. Ooh, she looks so cute. I love this. Oh my gosh. It turned out so good. Every time I put it on, I'm just impressed by it. Let me just sit down here because my floors are so squeaky that if I stay standing while I chat here, you'll just hear the squeaky floors in the background, and we don't want that. So, to be completely honest with you, it has actually been 2 weeks since Knit City happened. So I finished making this 2 weeks ago. It's just that everything was all happening so fast that by the time I fully finished making this cardigan and like blocking it and everything, it was already so late in the day before Knit City, and then the morning of, I told myself I was gonna film a little like outro to this video the morning of Knit City, but obviously I didn't do that because I had to go to the meetup spot for the bus at 8:45, so I had to leave my house at 8:10, and I woke up not as early as I was planning to, so everything was a little rushed, so I didn't film the end of this video when I actually finished making this cardigan. So I'm hopping on here now, 2 weeks after the fact, to tell you guys that it all worked out. As you can see, this cardigan came out very beautiful. I think the last thing that I filmed for this video was me getting stressed about this cardigan and it not working out. But what happened after that was I blocked it. And I didn't film that part because honestly, at that point, I was just so over the cardigan. I didn't even think I was gonna put this video together because I was like, I don't even like this cardigan. I'm not gonna wear it to Knit City, so what's the point of making and uploading this video that you're watching right now? So that's why I didn't film any of the blocking process, but I did block it and it took 2 days to dry, and I actually blocked the cardigan earlier than what I was originally planning to. I was originally planning on blocking it the night before and letting it dry overnight, but I'm really glad I didn't do that because it took 2 days to dry. So if I did the night before, it would have still been damp the day of Knit City. So yeah, I blocked it, took 2 days to dry, and then when I put it on after blocking, it did fit better. Still wasn't loving it though because the back of the cardigan, so you see the back right here, it looks cute now, but when I first finished it, it was flipping outwards. And I think it's because there was just too much weight in the front and it was pushing the back outwards. So what I did to fix that was after it was blocked, I crocheted 2 rows at the bottom here all the way around, and I just crocheted some decrease stitches all the way around the bottom of the cardigan. And doing that helped cinch the cardigan in, and now it fits perfectly, and I am very, very content with the end results. Like, it actually turned out so good. And as you can see, I finished this bandeau kind of top situation. I think I might have mentioned earlier in this video that I wanted to do straps like this. I tried to do that and wasn't really liking how it was looking, so I decided to just go with like a halter top situation, and I made the strap using a double crochet foundation chain, and it works really great. I think this turned out really good. I actually just finished putting this top together today and I'm loving it. I didn't expect it to look this good on, and paired with the cardigan, it looks so good. But I didn't wear it to Knit City because even though I liked how the cardigan turned out, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to wear it the entire time that I was at Knit City because it is hot. And it was hot at Knit City because I was just walking around all day in a room full of people, and all of that body heat just made it very, very warm. So yeah. I had a feeling beforehand that I wasn't going to be able to wear the cardigan, so I didn't want to wear this top because without the cardigan, it's a little, like, it's really cute. I still love it, but it was a little too revealing for Knit City, in my opinion, like for what I was comfortable with. I didn't want to be this exposed while at the event, so I decided to wear something else, and let me grab what I wore to show you guys. So I think I showed you this top earlier in this video, but it is this top right here, and this is what I wore to Knit City. It's just like a tube, and then I have a strap that I just kind of weave in the same way that I did with this, but I don't have a strap. I don't know where I think I lost it. Yeah, I wore this, and this looks super cute with the red cardigan. So yeah, I loved the outfit that I wore to Knit City, but it wasn't this one. But if you want to see what that looked like, then stay tuned for my next video because I am going to be uploading a whole Knit City vlog after this video that you're watching right now. So stay tuned for that. But I think that's everything that I wanted to mention. So I am going to end this video here. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I will see you in the next video for my Knit City vlog. So yeah, I will see you then. Okay, bye.